These are two poems from the opening section of Brush, and this sequence is the financial, taking a look at the financial world and all its manifestations. Lotional. Portafiled in waterproof snap block plastic, share portfolios will bide their time like projected family weddings. You ought to be congratulated, mums and dads, for feathering your nests, intoned the presidential spectacle from a harbour newsroom. It's all shipshape, my friends. Leave the old Pacific chunder of tin coins and the crested carpet. That pokey spew is for the mugs. Shares can be your shoreline, or think of it as share farming, as our pastoral heritage. He ploughed her and she cropped. The pumpkin will be golden, blue or butternut. Of course there will be complementary seasons, bulls and bears, glitches and corrections, peaks and troughs. But she'll be safe as toasted fingers, Vegemite or anchovette. Ditch any second thoughts between the calamine and chamomile. Summer cockroaches will eat them up. And the second one, Fancy, deals with dancing. Dancing is a sort of activity that runs through some of these financial poems. I suppose like a mad dance. This one's called Fancy, though, a very formal occasion where you might have business meeting politics. Fancy. Bankers dance the Zumba Junta in the constitutional ballroom. Just a bit of festive fancy dress, like a TV mockumentary on a bitter winter's night. The pink-back cocktails kept them warm enough. Some escorted current spouses, others escorted escorts. There was a mix-up when pecuniary interests were introduced to love investments, just by chance. Certain guests rang promptly for their drivers, others rang up potential losses. There was a moment when the floorboard shifted like a listing, like a tower of mini pizzas, whose anchovies shone like bullets. Then the dollar suddenly shot up, reaching the peak of the continental drapes. Frame. So what was yesterday? A journey through the land of carpet with a sulky vacuum cleaner? Nothing new in the swirls of lost hair, crumbs and missing peas, no divining in the beige down there. I skim across the illustrated pages of the gods of Freud. That full wing of Eros is worth searching for. I have settled for my own framed postcard of Tyche, a daughter of Zeus, the goddess of chance and guardian of place. The walls of the small city she wears on her head let in plenty of light through their curved apertures. I hail her with my deodorant torch called Exotic Spice, and my crimson towel unfurl from my head. I'm an untidy town. Oh, save me. I'm going to read I've written many monologues, character monologues, mainly in the prose poem form, but I've written a couple in the line break poetic form, and this is a monologue from Footnotes of a Hammock called Spill. I laze on my peach-pink leather lounge as much as I can, watching the river do its thing through my gorgeous windows with their wraparound gilt, on the 30th floor of the Luxor Apartments, a pamper present from my latest divorce, from Brian, Banana Prawn and Peanut King. Most mornings I'm up at the crack of dawn to slap on the makeup, before I window-lex the view, in case the birds have been doing their business, or something has left a smudge on the glass. It's really quite poetic to watch the river, winding its way through the city like a dancer in a slow-motion waltz. From here it looks to have sultry hips, though I wouldn't want to get too close to its waters. Some days it can be a little too pongy, and sometimes it turns a little too brown, like unwashed potatoes. But I try to be tolerant. After all, it is nature, and the blue of these sky villas' 3 swimming pools more than makes up for nature's sad side. And I do feel so safe here with my frangipani and tiger print walls. I can wave to Dee Dee, my new friend from Canasta. She lives in that tower over Fantail Bridgeway, and boy, does she have some husband stories to spill. Sometimes when I feel really reflective after midnight and a Cointreau or two, I go out on the balcony and look down at the river and wonder what on earth it makes of us all. Well, it's been here since Adam, so it must have a thought or two between those big banks or inside those mangroves, though I doubt it would have such weird dreams as me. Like last night when I got back from the perfume show buffet, I fell asleep on my dressing room suedette chaise lounge and dreamed my 3 little ensuites had their own little ensuites. Just imagine the grouting that would need to be cleaned. Shelf life. In the churning waters of the Auburn Municipal Pool, a boy is swimming like Chairman Mao in cheap goggles. Mickey Mouse donates his top hat to a rock at Lourdes, awaiting instruction in the art of patient multiplication. A moth prostrates itself at the foot of a flea market Buddha. Lisa Simpson spins the globe on her thumb as she plans her trip up the road to Oxiana with Robert Byron. From the comforts of their hot air balloon, Baba and Queen Celeste wave to the blue of the ocean and promise to remember its birthday. Somewhere between Miami and Bognor Regis, Daisy Duck is preparing yak butter tea. This is a story of one eye among many. Dust finds its own level. This is a short prose poem which has a more lyrical dimension than some of my other ones. It's called Literate. Here, hair floats down towards the floor in a morning sunlight. Time for a moment, like a surprise cadence stroking the throat. White hairs that have stored a life, lives, frail akashic records. Their descent to the hardness of floorboards will filch their timbres. Flows and wisps of thought, stranded, obliterated. Do not underestimate Diana and the growling hunger of her vacuum cleaner hounds. The more you brush, the more they fall. Is there a stubborn beauty to be observed in this eloquent decline? This poem, Squander, unlike other shopping pieces, seems to suggest the mad dance of our contemporary living and the shopping experience and the food court, etc. Squander. The TV won't desist from announcing it's smart. The board fireworks long for redundancy packages. Sushis unroll across city food courts like yogic rebellions. Emporial merchants dice their language with viral cupidity. Too many carrots can't locate enough jaws. Monthly plans seem far too abstemious. Receipts piling up like karmic deliriums. Architectures goad the skies with aphasic cranes. Pop-up fur salons coo in all the best plazas. Feet itch by the million. So many things that bite through the night. This poem, Snowy, is from the series in the book, the sequence to do with somehow connected with sleep and the other world. Snowy. They flash past like cyclists through red lights, with or without consequence. Is there a need to hurry? Is there an agenda as they wait for particle rearrangement, reassignment, another incarnation? Do they get impatient, or is this messing around merely spirit at play, a version of being, italicized? Are the dead on the lookout for groceries, hungry as they visit dreams, footpaths, crevices, vestibules, auditory canals, beings we recognise or don't? What fills the space between the be and the ing? What would Coleridge have to say in his lime tree bower? You surprised me, deep in slumber, under the snowy doona, your emerald dress like a sudden summer.